What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I am heading into town once again. I'm going to get a few extra brackets. We are going to be working on the roof. We're going to be starting the roof this weekend. I'm going to try to get a video out on Monday of the progress that we've done. And also might go live later today since I'm not going to be putting out a video on the main channel. So, got some wood delivered yesterday. Some long boards. They had to lift it up over my front gate because it wouldn't fit through it without almost touching the side. So those were the beams that we're going to be making. They're 20 feet long, so that'll be interesting trying to lift those things up. When I get back, I got to go to Dad's shop and get the scaffolding out, put that together. Had a little bit of rain last night. Not too much, not enough to really worry about my wood getting messed up out there. Like I said, I got the wood delivered yesterday morning. Lowe's always, they'll deliver it between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., something like that. And every single time they've delivered it, right at 7 a.m., I get a phone call saying, hey, we're at your front gate. I'm like, ugh. So luckily I'm on the property now, so I had to keep the dogs locked in the tent and go and lock the gate for them. But I wish they would call a little bit more in advance before they're right at your front gate, but oh well. Anyways, the guy was very polite. And yeah, so I got all the wood delivered, or at least a good amount to be able to do most of the framing on the roof. And we're going to try to do it make it as easy as possible for us, and that's why we're going to be making the beams instead of ordering beams that are already done. Those would be a little too heavy, I think, for Dad and I to lift. We will be getting Matt's help on lifting some of the boards on this video, most likely. What we plan on doing is making the beams. We'll put one up first, and then once we have it in place, we're going to glue and screw them all together. I think that's what the game plan is, so it won't be so heavy lifting up one solid one instead of 3 or 4 different boards that we're going to be putting up. And then, like I said, I got to get more brackets so we can set the rafters on them. We were debating whether just toe-nailing them right to the beam, possibly sitting on top of the beam, or using the brackets. And I told Dad, I said, honestly, I think using brackets would probably be the easiest thing for us to do. I was telling him I could be up on the ladder or the scaffolding at the peak where the beam is, and these are gonna be I ordered 16 foot 2x6s because they didn't have the 14 footers. So we'll just have to cut off about 2 feet on each one, and then I just said he can feed it up to me, and I can have it set it up inside the little bracket and then shoot them in with nails. I do have that little palm nailer, which I didn't know that was a thing until up there in Oklahoma when we had one, and it's a game changer. It's like a little jackhammer, and it fits right in your palm. It's $25 from Harbor Freight, and it can do basically any size nail as long as the head can fit inside it. And for all my little metal brackets, I'm using the 10D nails, and it shoots those things in super quick. So the only downfall to that is if you're shooting at a bunch of nails, which I'm going to be doing, your hand's going to start hurting because it's just a lot of vibration. But it still beats having to slam a hammer into it a million times, or using a nail gun, which I don't know if you could actually use a nail gun putting in these kind of brackets. So that little palm nailer will definitely come in handy, and I think I've already got my money's worth out of it. I used it, I think y'all saw it on when we were putting in the brackets on the front porch, or the back porch, one of them. I showed a few clips of me using it. It definitely cuts down on time. So I just told Dad whatever we can do to make things easier on this build, whether it's me spending a little bit extra money for a new tool that's going to help us out, or buying some brackets that are going to make things easier, we're going to do that. So when I get back from town, that's what we're going to start doing. And like I said, I'm going to try to do an entire weekend of building off and on. We're not going to build from sun up to sundown, but I think, fingers crossed, hopefully everything goes smooth, and hopefully on Monday I'll have a video out for you guys of a good chunk of it done. So I'm very excited to get it going. I like doing things where you get I don't know, like a lot of people, they like instant gratification, and I think that's why I like this portion of the build, because it's going to make a huge difference in the house. It's actually going to make it come together. It's actually going to have a roof on it, and or the skeleton of the roof, just the framing portion, not the sheets of plywood or the zip system, whatever we're going to do. But that's another thing I'm debating price-wise. If I want to do either the zip system or if I want to do just regular plywood and wrap the whole house with the vapor barrier. I believe the vapor barrier is fairly cheap. I could probably, I'm not going to tell you an exact amount on how much they were. I just know the last time I looked, it was a hell of a lot cheaper. The reason I was looking is because when I had the shed to house, that's an option you can do on the sheds. You can get them to wrap the whole house with the vapor barrier. The thing with the shed companies, though, they charge you $1 a square foot for the house. So keep in mind that house that I had was 600 square foot, so it was just an instant charge of $600 to wrap the house. You can get that roll of plastic for super cheap. It's just a matter of doing it yourself. And I told Dad, I said, it just depends on price. I know the zip system, a lot of people are using that nowadays, and I think that's what it's meant for. I could be wrong. I know there's people in here that know, so y'all comment down below and let the other viewers know that I'm probably wrong on this, but I believe it's to help cut down on like not having to put up a vapor barrier. Now, depending on the price difference on them, that's going to be a big key thing. And then also with the zip system sheets, you have to put the tape on all the seams, I believe, or at least that's what we did up there in Oklahoma on Jason's, the old tiny house that he did. So either way, we're going to get it done, but I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not trying to spend $1 million on this house, but I also don't want to skimp on things. And if the zip system seems to be a better deal and it just costs a little bit extra, then I might go that way. But yeah, overall, like I said, it's just trying to go as I can with my money. And like I said, I have money. I have all the materials ready to go. I'm actually ahead, I guess, on building material. I already have all the stuff paid for. We just haven't built it yet. So I still have probably a couple of videos worth with the material that we have. And then the next step after that will be, like I said, buying all the plywood and stuff. And that's when it's going to get expensive. I want to say, I haven't looked at the prices of sheets of plywood and stuff recently, but the last time we looked was, or last time I remember looking at the price was back when I lived in Terrell. It was the beginning of COVID, and everything was extremely expensive. And I want to say when we built that little, it was a 10 by 12 shed in the backyard, the little tiny house we had back there, the sheets of plywood were dang near 80 bucks a sheet. Now, I know it's probably nowhere near that now. You could probably get the zip system, probably, I'm going to guess 50 bucks a sheet maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But maybe I can check that out when I go to Lowe's today, just get a ballpark idea of what the next big major purchase is. And yeah, so other than that, I was just having some issues with my Lowe's card. What I do is I have a $1,000 limit on it. I pretty much max out the card with materials because it doesn't take long to get $1,000 worth of material when you're building a house. I'll max out the card, get my 5% discount, get my $20 delivery, and then the next week turn around and just pay that thing off. So I don't have any debt like that as far as on the house itself. So I'm going to continue doing that. I need to call, once again, I got to call somebody from overseas. Hopefully I can understand them good. And I got to get my address changed. For some reason, it still had the Bristow address there, and it was causing an error for fraud or something. So I had to get that stuff situated so I can continue getting my discounts and save as much money as possible. So anyways, appreciate you guys for watching. It did rain a little bit yesterday, so it's sprinkling a little now. So the build might be a little delayed today, probably start this afternoon, planning everything out, and then start rocking and rolling the next few days. It's supposed to be in the 80s, so we're going to have some good weather. So appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned. I might be going live tonight. If I do, it'd probably be about 5 or 6 o'clock. So anyways, appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Bye, guys.